All right, man, what's going on? It's your boy Untitled Kloth, and I'm back with another video, man. Listen, if I ain't starting somewhere, I am not going nowhere. You already know the motto. But listen, I'm going to be trying out a new sneaker company. I've never tried these sneakers, but the streetwear community has been buzzing about them. So I want to see if they really worth the hype, or people are just wearing it because it's different. You know, not too many people wearing it, yada, yada, blah, 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 or whatever. But listen, I want to give a shout out to the homie Rash. Actually, I'm not gonna say her name, but he already know who he is, man. Thank you for giving me these pairs of shoes, man. I really appreciate it. I also want to give a shout out to the homie Drew Joyner, because now I officially feel like I'm him. So go ahead and subscribe to the homie page. He's really dope content creator as far as like fashion, streetwear, all that type of stuff. You're gonna get some good info for him. But let's get into this video, because I know if you're on the fence and you clicked on this video because you want to buy these Salomon XT-4s, you just like me, like, what should I know before buying them? Are they, if they even worth it? That's really the question that when I'm buying shoes, I want to know, is it worth it? So let's get into it. All right, so this is the pair I opted into getting. There's a lot of colors that, you know, like the simple white or simple black, but I want to really step out of my comfort zone and grab a pair of shoes that I really don't have too many colors to match with it, because it's going to force me to kind of like buy things that kind of go with this. But it's still a dope color though. I'm not going to lie. It's a dope colorway. I like the colors, the way they mesh together. But yeah, this is the pair I got. I went true to size. I went with a size 9. Now, in most cases, when I wear Adidas, New Balances, Jordans, Converse, like, you know, all the sneaker brands, I'm pretty true to size. I stick with a 9 in most cases. So I'm going to try these on right now, and we're going to see how it feels, and then see if it fits true to that true 9, or is it kind of snug like some hiking and like some trail shoes are. So let's see. All right. So these are pretty snug. I'm not gonna lie, these are pretty tight, but I would figure as much as a trail hiking shoe. You don't want to have something falling off your foot, but these are snug, man. These are I should have went with a 9.5, honestly, but we'll see though, because I know some shoes need some time to break in. So I plan on wearing these for a week and then coming back to give my opinion after wearing them for a week, how the shoe fits and how I like them. But no, these are snug on my feet, man. So yeah, interesting fact though, when I was just looking at the company and just trying to figure out where it's from, it's based out of the UK, it's based out of France, but it was actually owned by Adidas at one point. Then another company had bought them out, I guess through some type of contract. But I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting that a company of this size was bought out by Adidas, and you know, they saw the potential with the company. But yeah, man, I'm gonna come back in a week with an update on how I feel about the sneaker or the shoe after the fact. I keep saying it's a sneaker because I plan on wearing it like it's a streetwear sneaker, like a New Balance or a Jordan, but it's really a hiking, like, you know, running trail type shoe. So, you know, I don't know if y'all go grill me for that, but again, I'm gonna come back in a week. I'll give you an update on how I feel after wearing these for a week straight. I plan on wearing them every single day for a week, so I'll let y'all know how I feel about them. All right, man, look, it's been a week. I told y'all I was gonna come back with the review of the Salomon XT-4s. So without further ado, I'm not gonna waste no time. Let's get straight into it. All right, so here is an update on the condition that the shoes are in. And again, based on the videos, I wore these for 8 to 10 hours a day for a week straight. So, I mean, they held up pretty well. I mean, I wore them to the gym. I wore them to work. I ran errands in these shoes. I wore them everywhere, and they still held up pretty good. I mean, I had to lose time, but I'll get into that later. I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, the shoes held up pretty well as far as like wear, and there's no major cracks. There's no like real creasing. There's no like damage to the shoe, considering that I did a lot in them. So let's get into sizing. All right, so again, like I told y'all last week, I fluctuate between sizes. I usually get a 9 in most cases. My 990 V5s are going to be 9s. My Jordan 1s are 9. and like most shoes I get are gonna be a size 9. So taking the advice of go to your true size and me just trusting it, I went with a 9. I definitely wish I went with a size 9.5. Just based on the way I like to wear my shoes, this little piece right here, if I did not loosen this part up, I would not be able to wear these shoes. I pretty much pulled and tugged on it to make it as loose as possible for me to be able to wear these shoes. But if I did not do that, these shoes would be uncomfortable, unbearable, just because I could not fit the shoe. But since I did do that, I mean, as the shoe kind of broke in and I wore it more and, you know, I kind of beat it up and it kind of expanded to my foot, it made it that much more bearable. So like, I'm not going to switch out my size, but I know if I buy another pair of these, I'm definitely going to go for a 9.5, just because like if I wanted to tighten them up and I wanted them to be like a little bit tighter on my foot, it would just be unbearable. I would need a 9.5 to be able to pull on that string right there and be able to wear them and have them fit tight, I guess, whatever. But yeah, sizing wise, I definitely wish I wouldn't have sized up just because of my foot. My foot is more so like a narrow, skinny foot. But you know, you wear a shoe for 8 hours or 10 hours, like your foot's gonna swell up. So after, like I said, about 5 hours of wear at work, I was just like, I'm starting to feel it. It's starting to feel a little bit tight on my foot, but I'm still able to get my foot in it. I'm still not like, you know, my toes aren't stacking like this in the shoe. So however you like your shoes to fit or however you like to wear your shoes, you know, take my opinion with a grain of salt. Just the way I like to wear my shoes and just the way that I like my shoes to fit, I definitely wish I went with a 9.5 instead of a 9. All right, as far as styling, now I styled these with shorts, I styled these with sweats, I styled these with denim, cargo pants, you know, a multitude of things. These look amazing with shorts, and I'm not a short wearer, and these look amazing with shorts. So maybe these have helped me get more comfortable wearing shorts, but I love the way these look with shorts. They also look great with cargo pants. I mean, I have this picture right here. Looked amazing with the cargo pants, so I definitely recommend that. But it's a super easy shoe to style. I mean, I went with a color that was a little bit more adventurous just to, you know, break up from my neutral like blacks and, you know, whites and grays and, you know, tan. Like I went with something a little bit more adventurous just to like add a little oomph, you know, a little oomph. But yeah, I'm glad I went with a color that was a little bit more experimental. I'm definitely looking to get another pair in either the XT4s or XT6. What did I just say? XT6. But again, I'm gonna go for a color that's a little bit more experimental, that's a little bit more out there, just because I want to add some more color and flair to my own wardrobe. So it's gonna help me branch out and buy things that have more color in it. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up as far as like styling. I definitely have fun just putting together different outfits with these. So yeah. All right, so I'm gonna just call this segment just like general thoughts about the shoe, where I can just give my opinions about, you know, is it worth it? Like, I know these shoes kind of range from like 180 to like 220. So, you know, paying that ticket price, you definitely want to know, is the shoe worth it or am I just wasting my time? I mean, the shoe is constructed very well. Don't get me wrong. Like, I just got my wrong size. I think that's really all it is. If I got my 9.5, I think I would be adding more to the overall aspect of comfortability. But the fact that I got a 9 and I didn't go with a 9.5, I feel like I'm kind of lacking as far as information about, is it comfortable? But again, I wore these shoes for 8 hours a day and it was the wrong size. I mean, I could have easily swapped shoes, could have thrown some sandals, you know? So the fact that I wore for 8-hour days, some days 10, if I went to go do something after work. So again, I think that the shoe is worth it because it's constructed really well. They have a bunch of dope colors on their website, like these. They have different silhouettes. These are the XT4s. I know that the XT6 is another popular one. But yeah, I think the shoe is worth it. I mean, I can't really say too much about it. Like, it's really a dope sneaker. You have to test it out for yourself to see if you like it. As far as like the shoes that I like, I think this was a great breakup from my typical shoe. And I definitely plan on buying another pair just in my correct size. So if you've been on the fence, this is my thumbs up to you to go get a pair. This is not sponsored, but if they want to reach out to me, your boys DMs are open. But yeah, that is the end of the video, man. Let me know what you think. If you have a pair, let me know what you think in the comments. And if you have another question that I didn't answer, go ahead and throw it in the comments. Somebody might answer it themselves. So without further ado, that is it.
Love the way you work it. Ay. the way you work it for me.